Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BucknGames, and you're watching Death Stranding 2.
Feeling well rested after some quality shut-eye? Why don't you try freshening up with a shower? That's a groovy pair of specs, Sam. Why don't you try them on? Neil Vana, a porter employed by Bridges. A man not unlike yourself, it would seem. But why did he appear in that so-called nirvana, or rather, that realm of the dead? And then there's the fact that he clearly spoke Lou's name. If we have another opportunity to visit that mysterious realm, then perhaps we can get some answers. That place we were sent to, the land of the dead, it strikes me as odd that it was submerged underwater. And did you see those columns of ice, the ones descending from the surface all the way to the floor? Afterwards, I realized what they reminded me of. The columns were reminiscent of a phenomenon known as brinicles. When seawater freezes and turns to ice, salt concentrates are released into the surrounding water. This brine is heavier than the water around it due to its higher density. It therefore sinks deeper into the ocean. As it flows towards the ocean floor, its lower temperature results in the formation of ice. And as this process continues, it can produce column-like ice structures. Any living creatures unfortunate enough to become entangled in these can be frozen solid. Little wonder they're called icicles of death. The times we've encountered Neil Vana, the first was amidst flames, and the second was in what seemed to be flood-ravaged ruins. Now, I believe that you were previously transported to a realm not unlike a battlefield. The places we found ourselves in are similar in that they were the sites of disasters. This is just a theory, but it could be the case that what we've seen is a reflection of Neil's mental state. He may have been a first-hand witness to a terrible tragedy which left a lasting mark on him. A suit that prevents its wearer from being recognized by AI cameras. Eyes are the most prominent sensory organ of many life forms. Those of us who specialize in psychology often learn a great deal about them. You see, what the eye and the camera perceive is compared against past experiences and data to yield a conclusion. Perhaps this suit exploits a flaw in how AI cameras perform this function. Which is to say, you shouldn't presume you won't show up on these cameras. But I think it may utilize a form of optical jamming to obfuscate your appearance. In this way, it ensures the system doesn't interpret you as an intruder.
Alright, so that's enough for Dolman. Now let's see. What's that? Alright, so take a photo. I'll just choose here in this location. So I'll just want to try it out. What? Oh, okay, so we can just take the photos of the crew members. That's it.
Thank you, Sam.
It's no trouble at all.
If I was able to take a selfie, I would have preferred that over taking photos of my crew members. Anyway, so let's see what we have here. Examine the table. I would like to read that book.
Certain parallels can be drawn between Captain Ahab's pursuit and the Prometheus myth. Prometheus is a deity said to have stolen fire from the heavens in order to give it to humans. In essence, he bestowed upon them the power of the gods themselves. This power manifested as technology. Humans crafted tools, and with them brought nature to heal and built great civilizations. Perhaps the author intended to frame Ahab's pursuit of the white whale as one akin to mankind's struggle against the forces of nature. We ourselves are arguably living out our own Prometheus myth as we fight to overcome the Death Stranding. No, we definitely are. And we're not about to lose.
You know, I like that we continue reading from where you left off previously. Reading actually helps, but I also need to take a shower. And I think I saw an apple over there. Yeah, I'll just eat that apple. What the? That's disgusting. Now he's frustrated. Yeah, I can understand. A guy who can just take out giant beat, he just can't make a perfect shoot. Let's see. I think I'll just take a shower. Just because Sam is covered in filth.
Hi,
That's the only reason. Okay, so there's nothing much else to do around here except for talking to Dollman, taking the picture, and a few customization here and there. I think enough fooling around. Let's head to the surface and continue with our mission.
By the way, Sam, you saw Tomorrow with the apples in the corridor, right? It seems she was training, trying to gain more control over her temporal abilities, taking green unripened apples and attempting to age them until they're red and ready to eat. But she's still having trouble getting it just right. She's taking it too far and making them rotten. There's no need to rush things. She'll get the hang of it soon enough. In the meantime, let's continue to support her.
So I'll just quickly rearrange all the cargo, clean up some useless items that have already been used up. And then I'll go and accept the main mission from the terminal. I took quite the time to just gear up before this main mission, like making some new weapons and extra items, and got rid of the unnecessary stuff.
this location, you should be able to see some snow-capped mountains, Sam. Your next objective can be found in the heart of them, in the form of the Eastern Environmental Observatory. Once again, you'll need to link up several sites en route to this destination. The first such site to be brought online is the Chronobiologist Shelter, which is due west. Pick up the main order on this delivery terminal in order to begin.
Okay, so I'll just place it onto the off-roader because no point in carrying such a huge cargo on my back. And that's just it. Alright, so head out. But before that, I would like to see what I have. So, nothing fancy. A little bit of APAS enhancements. What is this? Improved coffin board. I'll take that because obviously I will be using the coffin board quite a lot. But for now, I think I'll just skip this one because I would like to see what else I have. So this seems to be like a must-have for me. So I'll take that. Cargo grenade. This is also nice. I'll take this one. Over here. It's not enough, I guess, so I have to unlock the previous chain. But this is self-driving support. This is something new. I would really like to try it out, but in order to do that I will have to unlock this one. So yeah, why not? And this one, I'll take this. Not enough. I guess I'll have to wait a bit more or remove something which I am not interested. So alright, so let's head out. And before I head out, I would like to see the condition of... Oh my god, it's almost damaged. So I am gonna recycle this. And obviously I will be crafting a new off-roader. No tri-cruiser for me, just because off-roaders have a storage in which the cargo gets safely stored and protected from timefall. So I prefer the off-roader over the tri-cruiser, and obviously I will be the sticky cannon and the heavy machine gun. These are lifesaver, and since I have a level 2 battery, I'll take that one. You know what? I think I might just use 2 level 2 batteries, because I have seen like the battery gets charged up to 130%. What if having 2 batteries increases that amount? I never really tried it, but you know, what better way to find out than just do it yourself. So I am going to be using 2 batteries instead of 1. And obviously everything is done. We'll just head out after I do a little bit of customization with the colors. You saw me already putting tomorrow's decals on the off-roader because the other one that I left at the mechanics had Rainy's decal. So, and that one was red color, so I'll go with yellow with this one because I never tried a yellow off-roader, and complete yellow off-roader seems really nice. So okay, so let's head out. Oh, I think when I recycled my old off-roader, the main cargo was placed into my private locker, so I will have to retrieve that. So hang on a minute. I'm gonna retrieve back that main cargo onto the off-roader, and then we'll be able to head out. Otherwise the entire mission, you know, will be a complete flop. So just look at this yellow off-roader. It looks really nice, especially during the night time. I will easily able to spot it from a distance just because it's yellow color. Alright, so let's head out. Alright, so before I head out, let me just check in which direction we'll have to go. I guess we'll have to go up all the way to that mountain region. I wonder what it's like to drive in the snow in this game. Will it be difficult or easy? So I guess we'll just find out. I'm really excited because we'll be able to explore a whole new region, and that is completely different from what we are experiencing till now. No, I guess that having two level 2 batteries didn't actually help because I didn't get 160% charge or something. It's always 130%. Next time I'll just use one battery instead of two. Recently I did a poll asking you what game would you like me to play next. The options were Mafia the Old Country, Gears of War Reloaded, Dying Like the Beast, and the fourth option was any other game you guys would like to recommend. So the maximum vote, although only 12 people voted, went to Mafia the Old Country. So I'll be doing a complete gameplay walkthrough of that game when it comes out on 8th of August. I'll try to upload the first video on as fast as possible, probably on the same day it comes out, but maybe I will upload it on 9th. So I can tell it right now, but keep your eyes peeled for that, and I'll be doing a giveaway for that game as well, and I will let you know what you have to do in order to win a free copy of Mafia the Old Country. Side by side I would also continue the gameplay walkthrough of Death Stranding 2. So don't think that just because I'm playing Mafia I will stop playing Death Stranding. I will finish this entire game and I will play Mafia side by side and finish that one too. So keep watching, more videos are going to be coming out, and this channel BucknGames is all about AAA gaming. Hang on, I think there's a PT nearby. You know what, I'll just take the other route. Besides, there was no point in coming in this direction anyways. I don't want to fight a PT. I don't have enough blood grenades or any other weapons, so I'll just take this path instead. It looks like a path through the mountains. Is it? Yeah, I think we can drive. Yes, okay. So like I was saying, don't say this BucknGames channel is all about AAA gaming, so request any AAA game that you want me to play next and I'll play it for you, and I'll try to play the top AAA games on the very day it comes out. Currently is Mafia the Old Country along with Death Stranding 2. What is this? Oh, it's a coffin left by somebody else. Wow, it's a pretty dangerous earthquake. I hope it doesn't have an avalanche or something, because then obviously I'll die. That's a guarantee. With all this snow falling on the off-roader, no chance in hell that I'll survive. So where should I go? Over here. It looks a little bit lower position. Maybe I have to go down the mountain instead of going up. No, it's just too steep.
inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal.
Good to see a friendly face. It's been a while since I've had visitors. I'll check your cargo right away. There's barely any damage I can see. That's great. Really great. I can't tell you how relieved I am that you got it here safe and sound. Oh, wow, you found this? What a relief. I was all but certain it had been lost for good. I should have no trouble continuing my research, and it's all thanks to you. All right, use your Cupid to connect to my shelter.
Now displaying your current order grade.
I'm finally part of the chiral network. I've been looking forward to this moment. I should be able to conduct research at a faster pace than ever. Please accept this by way of thanks. I picked up this accessory in the UCA. You should try attaching it to your backpack. Who knows? It might bring you good luck. Oh, and in case you're curious, the cargo you brought me contained a stock of cryptobiote variants. I've taken to calling them chronobiotes. They appear to alter your body's internal clock for a brief period when consumed. Just another example of the many ways the Death Stranding is wreaking havoc on our perception of time. It's introduced us to timefall and the beach, as well as the EEs that brought about previous mass extinctions. You know, I can't help but wonder if extinction entities are related to chronobiotes. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Especially with the strange incidents we've been hearing about lately. Well, the porter who used to come through here was attacked by something. It was bad enough that they gave up doing delivery work for good. They still managed to deliver my last shipment, but it was covered with strange dents and markings. When I asked what had happened, they just said it was the work of the Headless Rider. People have been talking about the Rider for a while, actually. And there's this guy not far from here who's dedicated to studying strange mysteries like that. I sent him some details, and he said he'd need to ask around for someone to lend him a hand. You should keep your eyes peeled for trouble until he figures out what we're dealing with. They're cryptobiotes that have become infected with chiral microbes, parasites that induce changes in the host. Chronobiotes can accelerate various processes within the human body. Simply put, eating one should make everything around you appear to move more slowly. Much like timefall, which ages everything. And the beach, where time stands still. This disruption of the natural temporal flow is linked to the underlying mechanisms of the Death Stranding. Continued study of chronobiotes should therefore help us to solve the greatest mystery of our times. At least, that's what I've come to believe. So I've heard a little bit about Hartman's research via the hydrologist. You know, the mass extinctions of trilobites, ammonites, and the dinosaurs. Apparently, all these ancient events were set in motion by extinction entities. I'm told there was a human extinction entity as well. And that EEs had umbilical cords linking them to the beach, which could be why their fossilized remains were somehow unaffected by the passage of time. The parasitic chiromicrobes that latch onto chronobiotes also originally came from the beach. So, you could even think of them as another form of umbilical tether linking their hosts to the other side. It's a pattern that shows we can't discount the possibility that a new EE might yet be born. And the reason why I believe further study of these microbes could help prevent another extinction event. Now that I have a chiral network connection, this sort of research should finally be possible. I hope this isn't the last time we meet. With no one else around to make deliveries, I was beginning to think I'd have to call it quits. Oh, by the way, a suborder just got posted about those strange incidents I mentioned. You can check it on the delivery terminal here. It's probably in your interest to find out more anyway, given how much time you spend outside. And, who knows, you might even be able to convince them to join the chiral network too. I just hope we can get to the bottom of things sooner rather than later. Thanks again, and take care.
Well then, Sam. By the way, we have info on Nilvana to share. Could you join me on the bridge?
Alright, so before I go and join the bridge, I'll just take on this order. Deliver. It's a breakable cargo. Okay, so it's the ghost hunter. I will take this. It's very nearby. Forget the road creation. I'll just take this. Yeah.
We managed to learn a few more things about Nilvana. You may remember that he was a porter contracted by Bridges. That's what we told you before. Since then, I received a mail.
Another one from our very own Hartman, I'm guessing. Look, we sure we can trust them? Whoever they are?
They are almost certainly someone on the inside. Someone with access to the UCA's administrative systems. It seems Neil Vanna was attending therapy sessions.
But the real revelation is who Vanna's therapist was. Charlie, can you please explain?
A specialist who worked with other doomed sufferers, including one Sam Bridges. She was your therapist and your partner.
Lucy?
Neil Vanna's name was on our client list. Right there in black and white.
That's crazy.
We also uncovered a photo you should see.
Per the records, they perished in a void out which claimed an entire city. A void out only you survived, Sam.
Lucy was pregnant at the time.
It wasn't mine. The child she was carrying. She straight up told me to my face. I never had any kids. She was just my shrink, helping me to work through my often phobia. That's all she ever was to me.
Okay, I guess it's time for a little bit of break. And after Sam wakes up, we will take on our mission. First I'll do that Ghost Hunter side quest and then I'll do the main mission. For now, let's get some sleep.
Sam, this is Charlie. A new assignment has been entered into the system. You've been asked to go and connect the metagenomicist to the network. Access the chronobiologist delivery terminal to find and undertake this main order.
Alright, so let's head to the surface. No point in waiting here.
You really don't remember me.
That woman just now, was that...
Lucy. That was Lucy.
Ah, yes. She was your therapist, wasn't she?
I wonder if there is any other way that I can prevent Dolman from saying Peko over and over again. That's really annoying me. I guess I'll have to figure it out.
Oh, just the man I've been waiting for. The metagenomicist's main order is prepped and ready for you. We'd like you to capture the timefall-resistant emu I identified and take it to her shelter. You might find the capturing part tricky, but if you're real quiet, you shouldn't have too much trouble getting close. Now, this emu appears to possess certain unique temporal properties. It may well have some kind of connection to extinction entities as well. The metagenomicist might have different insights into its nature given her specialization, though. Personally, I'm hoping this might lead us to a major breakthrough. Help us out, Sam.
Okay, so let's take on the main order. And the sub order is a recover fluid for growing artificial organs washed away in a river. Okay, it's a recovery mission, so I will do that and I'll do the delivery mission as well. So it's like a rescue mission. I'll take both of these.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care.
I'll say this much, that driving in the snow is actually much more fun in this game than in any other game, because this game the land is filled with rocks and pebbles and all sorts of obstacles that actually is a nightmare to drive if you have a lot of cargo and you want to get a better rating, probably an S rating. So you have to drive very slowly and carefully, but in the snow you don't have to worry about that. So I really like the snow in this game.
Hook that one.
Okay, so I think the ghost hunter lives here, so might as well just deliver this. Platform.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected.
Oh, hey. I appreciate you coming all this way. Allow me to take a look at that cargo you carry. Took good care of this, I see. Ought to make my research easier. Well, how about that? A surprise delivery. I owe you one, mate.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
So, I finished examining that cargo you brought on over. Now, I know this isn't your fault, but this thing has been absolutely savaged. I highly doubt human or animal involvement. Kinda looks as though it was battered with a large heavy pole, but... And there are also parts that appear to have been melted. Not to mention the unusual tie marks imprinted on the surface. Putting all the pieces together, I reckon this is likely the work of the Headless Rider I've heard rumors about. In all honesty, though, seems like it was set upon by not one, but several riders. Sheer damage is proof enough of that. Yeah, we're looking for multiple villains, I'd say. They won't come out and wreak havoc at just any old time. There's gotta be a reason they attack travelers when they do. Mind helping me figure out what that reason is? That way we can set the minds of porters like you at ease. Once we know more about them, I can use that chiral network to enlighten everyone else, too. Indulge my curiosity and I'd be happy for you to hook me up, is what I'm trying to say. If you're keen to do so, then pick up the sub-order I posted. I've included the relevant information in the order details. Be sure to look it over should you choose to take it on.
Okay, I will just quickly check the sub order. I'm also curious about the Headless Rider. So obviously that is the main mission over here in this sub order, and I will take it. It's not that far away from here, so I'll take this.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Okay, Sam, why don't we begin by considering what we already know? If nothing comes to mind, take a look at the order details to refresh your memory.
I'll just recover those lost cargo first before I take on the Ghost Rider or that MU mission, because it's simply easier and it is very close. You can see the marker pointing in that direction. It's that close, so I'll do that.
Now entering chiral network coverage.
Snag. That's the way. You're mine. That's the way.
And I can see another one over here. So I don't know how am I gonna get inside. So many trees.
Chiral network coverage.
A little bit closer maybe. These trees are actually blocking the way. Okay, so thanks to the sticky cannon I was able to get that And I can see there is something else over there. I'll try to get that one too. What is that? Oh no, it's a lot far away than I thought. I'll just head back. Do I have all the cargo? Let me just quickly check. Let me just check the view cargo for oh no, two more. Okay, I have to acquire 2 more of those lost cargo. They are around here somewhere inside the circle. Obviously that's the place where they were lost. So it looks like the rest of the cargo is actually on the other side. I'll just use this bridge to cross over.
Snag. That's the way.
And one more to go. There it is. Okay. No, we missed it. Let's just quickly back up. Now we have it.
Look, that one.
Well done, Sam. That's the last of the cargo. Let's head to our destination and make the delivery.
Let me just quickly save before I proceed, because I don't, if I mess things up, then obviously I can load back and continue. You know what? I think I'll be doing the rescue emu mission first, and then I'll just search for the headless rider. Because this emu is located very close by, so why not just capture it? And I can always deliver it later on, as long as it's in a good condition. That's the most important thing.
You're mine.
I'm gonna be proceeding from here on foot, because if I use my off-roader, the emu may escape. So I'll just be sneaking around and I'll capture it before it tries to flee.
This is the spot where it was last seen. Emus are awfully fast. This search may take a while.
I can see it. It's over there. It's eating grass, I think. Oh no. It's running. It's like an ostrich, but a little bit smaller, I think. You know what? Screw it. I'll just run. Since it actually spotted me. Yeah, there it is. It wasn't that difficult. Anyways, we have our emu. It's pretty big.
Cure the animal. Let's deliver it to the metagenomicist.
Not now. First, I will go and inquire about what is going on with the headless rider, and then I'll deliver this emu. But before I proceed with anything else, I am going to be delivering those lost cargo, because carrying too much stuff with me is just painful.
To be honest, Sam, I'm at a bit of a loss here. For now, why don't we go to the site of the last attack and see if anything comes to mind?
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
I can't seem to drive up because this hill is just too steep. What the? I almost fell off. Anyways, I'll just take all the cargo on my backpack because that is the only way to deliver them at this moment. So we can't carry that much cargo. Okay. You know what? I'll just get rid of some of the guns and grenades or any other items that I don't really need at this moment. And I will just carry the rest of the cargo instead. That looks pretty heavy, so I have to use both of my hands. So it looks like we have a little bit of problem. I still have to carry 3 more crates and I only can carry 2 of them on my hands, and I will have to come back for the other one. So I am trying to make a little bit of more space by getting rid of some of the weapons so that I can carry that 3rd crate on my backpack. Obviously this area is safe, 100% safe, and we're very close to the delivery location. So just because my off-roader can't drive up, that is the only reason I have to carry all of this by myself. And it's pretty heavy. We're not that close, but still it won't take that much time.
Freezing.
So we finally made it, guys, to the chronobiologist lab.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders.
Thanks for stopping by. I'll go ahead and review the orders in the system. Wow, this is in flawless condition. I'm impressed. I mean it. It's always a pleasure when you pay me a visit. Have enough materials? I've made more available to you if you need.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I was thinking this might be of use to you, so take it with my compliments. Porters need a lot of energy to make deliveries, right? I made a little something that I'm confident will give you an extra boost. I can't say for certain if the effect will be that significant, but you may as well try it out. Anything to make life easier, right?
Order completed. Well done.
So I will just quickly craft or equip that keychain because obviously that will boost my stamina, and I'm wearing the stupid hat because of that purpose. A little bit of stamina gain. And obviously, so what does this do? This is not that helpful anyway, so this is the other keychain that I got. I'll just equip this one and the kangaroo one because obviously I do a lot of fist fighting in this game. Since we're here, I'm going to craft a new pair of shoes because my old ones are almost worn out. I just like to recycle so that I can get back a little bit of more materials, and since I'm here, I'll also replace my combat gloves. You know, I actually forgot that I had a couple of cargoes with me, so I'll deliver them as well since I'm here.
Welcome. I'm glad that you could make it. Let's see how those orders are looking. Wait, is that what I can't believe my eyes.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Thanks for everything.
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say. Just skip it because I already traveled to your location twice at this point.
You're always appreciated.
Alright, so now let's go and look for the headless rider. But first I have to reach to my off-roader. Why do I need to grip for balance? I don't have any cargo with me. Whoops. Oh no. You know what? I think that is the reason I need to grip for balance. What? I dropped one cargo. It's not that bad. So like I was saying, let's head down. But first I would like to get all my weapons back because I know that a headless rider means you know, a boss fight of some sort. So obviously I will have to have a few weapons with me. I think I should have just crafted a little bit more weapons while I was here at that facility. But anyways, I don't think I'll be needing that many weapons.
You're mine.
mine.
We are now pretty close to the Headless Rider's location. Just a little bit further.
Gotcha.
It looks like somebody had constructed the road over in this location, which is very useful. And you know what, I will also be constructing a few roads here and there. I like to do that just to make life easier to travel from one location to another.
Look that one.
Sam, the Headless Rider attacks were reported in this area. Look around. See anything strange?
Gotcha.
You know what, I think I will take this Tri-Cruiser with me. But before that, I'd like to make a quick save. Yeah, this one, okay. The reason I take a Tri-Cruiser is because I don't want the Headless Rider to attack my vehicle. I have the priceless Emu with me.
What's happened? Don't tell me it's been hacked. When do highways float in the air? Up, up, and away! A highway in the sky. And now we find ourselves trapped. You ready for anything, Sam?
Uh-oh. It looks like the Headless Rider is coming. And it's 3 of them, not just one. This is going to be a serious boss battle.
Let the Headless Riders get away!
Welcome, Sam! I prepared this little stage here special for you and you alone. I know you're gonna make the most.
Hey! These must be ghost mechs? Suppose there were no Headless Riders after all then. We need to destroy them all. Let's get the move on, Sam.
I'm trying to do just that. Oh, they have a long sword with them. Not everybody, some of them have.
That's how you do it, Sam. One. You're a pro.
Wow, that one is a purple one. I think that's the gang leader.
You see it, Sam? One of them is different from the others. That has to be the unit that's hacked into the auto paper.
It looks like I'm out of ammo. Okay, so I have this one. Really taking some serious damage over here. I hope I can make it. Just a little bit more and... Okay, so that purple one is down.
Well fought, Sam. I think you took care of every last one. Highway disappearing?
That was a unique boss battle. More like a car race, but it was exciting and scary at the same time.
Seems the day is ours, Sam. Oh, what a relief to have made it safely back to the ground. There's no sign of our adversaries. The strange road has vanished without a trace, too. Everything seems fine now. Let's go and give the ghost hunter the good news.
Look that one.
Alright, so let's report to the ghost hunter that the headless rider was just a couple of mechs. It's not that far away from here. Alright, so we made it to the ghost hunter's location.
Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds. Access the delivery.
Well. Handled that job for me, huh? Let me just review the order details. Had no idea you were this capable. This combat log. Something else.
Wow, an S rating. I thought I took some serious damage, but it was just below 100%.
We forged a bond, you and I. Just so you know, I've decided to increase the amount of materials you can withdraw from here. All right, I'm ready to join the chiral network.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Thanks to you, we can finally close the book on the mystery of the Headless Riders. Troubling rumors like that have a way of putting everyone on edge. Makes them want to stay inside all the more. Out here especially. Saw too many people cutting ties and keeping to themselves. Can't say any of us anticipated that the Riders would be ghost mechs, though. And those mechs have something to do with Higgs, too. Isn't that right? Well, now that we know the truth of the matter, we can come up with ways to combat them and their tactics. Then, maybe it'll feel like we're actually making some progress at long last. You know, you've got the makings of a real ghost hunter. I've shared with you some schematics for my favorite tools of the trade. A rocket box and a camo suit pattern. The rocket box fires MP warheads. It's a portable, versatile weapon that's perfect for dealing with all kinds of enemies. It's a single-use weapon. All you have to do is aim and throw. It fires several projectiles at once, which can lock onto multiple targets in range. Though, if you want to pummel a single enemy with overwhelming force, well, that's a viable option too. It's great for incapacitating humans, killing BTs, or disabling mechs as needed. It's quick and easy to use, so consider keeping one on hand for emergencies. I'd heard a few stories about the red-clad warriors before you came through. That Higgs might be the one leading them came as quite the shock. He's the same bastard that's been distributing weapons all over the place, right? Trying to get everyone to take up arms and sow discord. Forming lasting connections is out of the question if we can't find common ground. The spread of weapons and violence is a lot more terrifying than any sort of paranormal activity, if you ask me. Ever since the Death Stranding, sightings of paranormal phenomena have been steadily increasing. Though a lot of these can be chalked up to simple misperception or misinformation. Among all these claims, tales of supernatural entities are especially common these days. And as a ghost hunter, I investigate the more promising reports to see if there's any truth to them. Unfortunately, it's not feasible for me to go out and do research right now. So I have to rely on others to do my fieldwork for me. You've done some wonderful work for me, Sam. So much so that I'd love it if you could continue. I intend to carry on with my research. There are a few things that I'm still pretty curious about. Maybe they're nothing more than baseless rumors, but if any seem promising, I'll contact you via the SSS. I hope I can count on you when the time comes. Good luck with your deliveries. Take care.
Alright, so let's grab that new weapon that we got. There it is. It's getting late, you know. I think I'll just take a little bit of rest. And since the pizza delivery guy or the pizza chef is actually located nearby, so maybe I will just rest in his place. Last time I visited, the back door just opened, so we can take rest.
Becco.
Look, Sam. There's a door over there.
Yeah, that's the way.
Right.
Hydration recommended.
Becco.
What just happened? What the mix? Good thing I have a gun with me.
Ghost mechs. Whew. That was a close call. But why would there be ghost mechs inside the pizza chef's facility?
I'm wondering the same thing. I could have been just killed over here if I didn't have any weapons with me.
Becco.
No one will ever stop me from making my pizzas. Those who dare disrespect pizza do not deserve to live.
Goddamn.
You must be Sam. There's something I would like to give you. I'll need a moment. Please wait at the delivery terminal upstairs. Sam.
This guy is a total psycho. Look at him. Fighting and then giving Sam 2 pizza instead of 1. That was some serious comedy action right there. Fighting with the pizza chef and the pizza chef giving 2 pizzas to Sam. And now look, he opened his own shop. What is it called? Pizza Atami. Nice name, by the way. Too bad nobody's gonna order any pizza from him, from this guy at least. He's a total complete nuts.
So what was that? Martial arts?
A form of karate I invented while honing my craft.
Karate, huh?
Pizza dough acrobatic karate, to be correct. Let me ask you, Sam. What, in your personal opinion, is the single most important factor in serving good pizza to one's customers?
Oh no. How you cook it? Season it, maybe?
It is the delivery man. Without him, the pizza delivery tradition would not exist. By the way, sorry about before.
You're the guy who makes the pies here, right? Which means that you're the real pizza chef.
Indeed.
So what exactly happened here?
I just got so caught up rebuilding the roads, I didn't notice those fiends breaking in. After they imprisoned me, they used an imposter to run my business as normal. Except, my pizza deliveries were just a cover to smuggle weapons. A scheme in which I was their unwilling accomplice. But I had faith that someone would eventually put a stop to it all. Thank you again for saving me. I mean your debt. You know, there are very few who could hold their own against me as well as you did. I'm going to increase your materials allocation.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Read this. It will help you to learn one of my secret techniques. The great spinning pizza strike. With it, you can use rubber pizza dough to silently subdue enemies a short distance away. Refine your execution through VR training. You already possess the necessary foundation. The enemy stands where they are strong and weak. You see these things. For instance, you can quickly restrain an opponent with rope, can you not? Well, Sam, the essence of pizza dough acrobatic karate is concentration. While observing your foe, you must channel your strength in preparation for a single strike. VR training will help you learn. But someone with your potential should have no trouble at all. Pizza chefs hone their craft with rubber dough just like this. But I find it functions just as well as a weapon. Try tossing it at an enemy. If you manage to strike them in the head, the force of the spinning dough will incapacitate them for a time. They will suffer no permanent harm, of course. And you will have a chance to remain undetected. I intend to rebuild this pizzeria of mine. For the new world and the people who will need to be fed. Help me to achieve this goal. And to ensure that no more weapons are delivered in my name. Come back soon.
Order completed. Well done.
Alright, so let's quickly craft that rubber pizza. More like a rubber dough. Anyways, I'll use it. I'll just put it in the backpack. I'll just quickly recycle these empty guns. Do I have anything else? No, these are the only ones. And obviously I'm going to craft a few more weapons just because obviously I'm doing a main mission and I should at least have 1 or 2 weapons with me. This game ambushes you out of nowhere. We just saw at the pizza shop's location 2 mechs attacking for no reason. It wasn't even a part of the mission. Maybe a tar cannon would also come in handy. I would like to keep these ones because they are as good as a blood grenade. You know what, if there is a BT nearby, then might as well I'll just get off because I don't want my off-roader to get damaged. Since I'm carrying the timefall MU, I'll just take out the BT with my weapons. What's happening? Earthquake? Yeah, I think it was an earthquake. Maybe I'll use this blood boomerang, or maybe a blood grenade would be a better option. What in the world? Is that a boss?
I've never seen this kind of BT.
That's a boss fight over
no
here.
Telling what it can do.
I wasn't prepared for this. These blood grenades are not doing any damage to this guy. Just see, so many grenades, only I think 3% is damaged. What am I gonna do? You know what? I'll just keep throwing grenades at this guy till I'm out of stock. And what? Oh no! Is that lava?
Are you okay, Sam?
I think so. Better watch out. This BT is kind of scary. Looks like a hand with 6 or 7 fingers. You know what? I'll just go with the gun. I'll have to try and keep my distance from this guy. Over here, I think that BT will not be able to reach me because it's outside the area. Wait, I don't think... Will it reset the boss fight or something? I guess, you know, I found my sweet spot. I'm gonna hide and shoot this boss from here. The boss will not be able to reach me. And with this machine gun, I'll have plenty of ammo. But this guy has serious amount of health. I really need a level 2 or level 3 machine gun. This level 1 is not cutting it anymore. You know what? I think, yeah, I'll use this blood grenade. Oops. Taking too much damage. Yeah. Oh, there he is. He was hiding. I have a couple of bullets left in the shotgun. He's so close to his death, but you know what? I still have that super... Yeah, this rocket box, I think it's called. It's still not enough. This dart cannon is just basically useless against this guy. I don't have anything left except for the boomerang. You know what? I will have to use a boomerang in a boss fight. Should have just carried more weapons with me. Let's see if I can hit this guy from this far away. Let's see. It's not even... It's not going... It's not gonna go that far. The boomerang...
That must hurt.
Yeah, that boomerang has its limitations. Range isn't that great. And it takes forever to just load up. Oh, come on. This is the only weapon I have at my disposal at this moment, so I guess since I'm so close to victory, might as well just try it one more time. It did it! This is some serious finishing. I took out such a giant BT with a boomerang. Back off. Alright, so let's pick up all the cargo and load them onto the off-roader. I will also have to check the condition of that timefall resistant MU.
You're mine.
But before I proceed, I'm gonna take all of these chiral crystals with me. Let's see the condition of the timefall resistant. Okay, so it's 7% damage, but you know, I can't do anything about it. Maybe I will get an A rating instead of S, but I didn't damage the cargo. This BT did, and I wasn't even equipped with that MU. So it's not my fault technically.
Good evening, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage...
Thanks for coming. I've been looking forward to this delivery. Now let's take a look. That's a relief. I'm not seeing any major issues with this cargo. My research is... All that's left is to connect me to the chiral network. I'm ready.
Now displaying your current order grade.
I have something I'd like to give you. I hope it's to your liking.
Yeah, I'll take it. This would have been more handy if I had it earlier against that BT that I just fought.
All hooked up at last. And wow, I was able to finish my analysis of the emu you brought me in an instant. Turns out it was absolutely riddled with parasitic chiral microbes. It would seem their presence was enough to alter the emu's temporal flow, which is probably why it didn't grow older when exposed to timefall. This all but confirms what the chronobiologist has been saying. Hosts for these chiral microbes are subject to the timeless influence of the beach. It's still unclear how this might be related to extinction entities, but it's a vital clue for solving the mystery of the Death Stranding. An extinction entity has the capacity to trigger the last stranding. And if that comes to pass, the end of humanity itself is assured.
Higgs attempted to make use of one such entity back in the UCA, but I know you personally put a stop to his plans. Hartman told me everything about those events. It's anyone's guess what Higgs is trying to accomplish this time, but I believe in you. And that's why I'm giving you these. EX capture grenades are invaluable weapons that work by leveraging the temporal properties of parasitic chiral microbes to great effect. In essence, they allow you to defeat weakened BTs in an instant by drastically destabilizing their intrinsic flow of time. But that's not all. These grenades can give you the means to summon your own BTs to attack other BTs. Should work on all larger specimens. I've prepared a few for immediate use. There's so much we can learn by studying chiral microbes, you know? They might even hold the answer to treating 21-minute syndromes like mine. Well, we've discovered plenty of chiral creatures that resemble smaller animals like rats and spiders. As their name might suggest, chiral microbes are even tinier. They're parasitic by nature and favor hosts from the world of the dead. They're just an amazing discovery all around. The final missing piece I needed for my research. Yes. Next time you're able to inflict significant damage on a large BT, try tossing an EX capture grenade into its mouth. Not only will you neutralize your foe, but you'll find it also leaves behind a milky white chiral crystal. I've taken to calling these objects BT crystals. If you see one, make sure you don't forget to pick it up. I say that because if you've got one on hand, you'll be able to use it the next time you encounter a large BT. The BT crystal will react with the tar and transform into a variant of the BT you captured. When activated, the crystal will summon a variant of the BT that spawned it, which will emerge from the depths of the tar. Ordinary large BTs will perceive this variant as a critical threat and proceed to attack on sight. Yes, I'm also a member of the 21-Minute Anxiety Association. The chronobiologist happens to be another member. We're sisters, in fact. Our mother belongs to the group, too. She's a hydrologist working out of Hartman's lab. Perhaps you've already met? We've all got similar conditions, but I'm not sure if genetics is a relevant factor. But whatever the cause of our syndromes may be, we are all trying to study the world and find answers in our own ways. In recent days, large BTs have been growing more active in the region to the south of this facility. It's possible that this too could be a consequence of Higgs's efforts. If you're headed that way, you had better be prepared for the worst. Though that might also be a good opportunity to give those EX capture grenades a try. I just know they'll prove effective. And if you're interested in some additional work, I'd also like you to take the emu you brought me to the animal shelter. The staff there want to look after it, and I don't have the proper facilities to give it a home here anyway. I've posted a suborder for this request. There's no rush. You can pick it up from the delivery terminal here whenever you're ready. Thanks again for all your help. I'll probably be hitting you up again.
Sam, your next destination is the F5 East Distribution Center, which can be found near the southeast shore of the lake close by. I'm told one of the staff members there is an old acquaintance of yours. Anyway, a main order has been entered into the system. You can access the delivery terminal here to undertake it. That said, another request concerning the animal you rescued has also caught my eye. Alternatively, you can undertake this suborder first if you wish. I leave it up to you, Sam.
Alright guys, so that's it for today. This video is already pretty long, so I'll be stopping the video here and I'll continue the story from the next episode onwards. And I'll also be doing a gameplay walkthrough of Mafia the Old Country, and I'll also be doing a giveaway for that game too. So stay tuned, subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it, and comment down below what is your favorite game and what game would you like me to play next. This is BucknGames. Peace out.